Baba.
Welcome to the Blunt Bob experience. I don't know if you noticed there, but this was actually a mask that was not my face. Though I can see why you'd probably be confused. Probably fooled a lot of you. This is kind of freaky, like looking at yourself and then should I sue someone for stealing my likeness? Like, what is this? Like, why would anybody want a mask that looks like this? It's not an accident that they made a Bob mask. Now, if you created this mask, comment down below and tell me why you've been following me around. Are you watching me right now? That's right. It's that time of year again. It's time to get your pumpkin beer and throw it in the trash. Drink some apple cider, as long as it's not Angry Orchard. Eat your pumpkin spiced everything. But yes, most importantly of all, it is October, which for 4 weeks, it's Halloween. Halloween is not one night. Halloween is 4 weeks. And I welcome you to Blunt Bob's 4 weeks of horror. Every year, I have a month-long horror movie marathon. Several times I've published that into articles. I always have the problem of looking over here because this is beautiful. You know, I'm a sexy man. That's what I want to see. Every year, throughout October, I have a horror movie marathon, a month long, with a set of rules. I can only watch horror movies in October. I can only watch movies I have not seen, and I have to watch at least 5 movies a week. Now, I decided to finally keep a journal, because last year I only published half of the movies I watched, and I kind of fell off, so I'm trying to take it seriously this year. So, very Shamrock. And it looks like in week 1, since week 1 kind of is a week and a half a little bit, I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 horror movies. And the point of me watching movies I haven't seen before is because it's giving me a chance to be scared. Because that's what I want to feel in October. I want to feel scared. Are you scared? This is new, this whole vlogging YouTuber thing. I usually just eat stuff, and now I'm doing this. So yes, I published it as articles before, but now we're doing it on the Blunt Bob experience as a video as a vlog. I will be telling you and documenting the horror movies I watched during the month of October. And I will be doing this every week, publishing a video every week. And it is Blunt Bob's 4 weeks of horror. And this is week 1. I think we made it further than a week in October. But I'm doing the video now. All right? Don't be picky. But let's get started. I had very high hopes for this one. Because look at the cast here. Dennis Quaid, Paul Bettany, Lucas Black, Adrian Palicki, Willa Ford, Tyrese Gibson, Charles S. Dutton, Doug Jones, Kevin Durant, and Kate Walsh. That's the majority of the cast, too, like the whole cast, because it's about a bunch of people stuck in a diner while there's like an army of demons trying to kill a pregnant woman before she gives birth to a baby that's going to save the world or something. And Paul Bettany is the angel of Michael who comes down and is trying to protect the kid. It sounds cool. The setting was cool. It is an absolutely amazing cast. I don't know why it was such a letdown to me. Just wasn't as good. I guess it was a little slow and drawn out. But I'm a huge Charles S. Dutton fan. I haven't seen him in a movie in a long time. And I've been in love with Adrienne Palicki. She is probably my #1 celebrity crush. So I enjoyed the movie. Doug Jones, always good. But the only thing worse than Lucas Black's acting is his hair. Like, he's got the curls, the chia pet thing going on with the high hairline. I don't like him. I've never liked him. He pretty much ruined the movie for me. If you would have got any actor like Paul Walker, because I feel like he's just there when you can't afford Paul Walker. But now, R.I.P., maybe he'll get more work now. I hope not. but it's probably why he was in the movie is because Tyrese Gibson was in it, and he was in Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift. Great one, by the way, but he's terrible. The guy sucks. He reminds me of Forrest Gump. I don't like him. All right. Overall, Legion was pretty disappointing. It's got Paul Bettany as a badass angel who's got, like, you know, swords and guns. So that was cool. I don't know what to say. Going in, I don't know why I really did want to watch this movie. I'm not a fan of Mary J. Blige's acting. She's a great musician, so I hear. Good singer, from what I've heard. It was made by BET, which I think's a good network. I just don't know how, you know, familiar with horror they are, making horror films. So I had low hopes going in, and as I watched it, it was very hard to pay attention, and I feel like I was on my phone for most of it, so I really don't know what went on. And also, how does a movie called Bodycam is not a found footage film? That confused me. The movie is called Bodycam, but it's not found footage. I'm not the biggest found footage fan. I mean, I like it when it's appropriate, but still, you're calling it Bodycam and it's not found footage. How did The Ritual come out in 2017? I'm just watching it now. And this is why I do my month-long marathon, because I'm watching horror movies I've been wanting to watch. I'm surprised it's been 3 years, because I was very excited to see it, and it's cool. It is, it's a British film. The main guy is the You Got Red on You kid from Shaun of the Dead. So that's fine. He's looking good now. He's looking good. But I originally wanted to see The Ritual because I thought it was going to be a lot like Evil Dead. Friends go into the woods. They go to a cabin at one point and then start getting terrorized. Blah, blah, blah. It was not very Evil Dead-esque. It reminded me of the Blair Witch. The Blair Witch Project a little bit, but also the Blair Witch, the third movie they made a few years ago that only me and Alex Majakis like. The movie was really cool. I love the Lost in the Woods thing. That's why I like all the Blair Witch movies. I like being lost in the woods. When it's dark out there, you don't know what's around you, what's going to pop up at any time. I've been playing the Blair Witch game. It's so scary. I know we're not talking about Blair Witch. The Ritual by Netflix. It started to take a weird turn at a certain point, which I didn't like. It stopped doing the Lost in the Woods thing and got to an almost Lovecraftian thing with like villagers and shit. So the ending wasn't as good as the rest of the movie, or like, you know, the build up. But overall, I really liked it. Yeah, the ending was, it got weird. Like the third act was just really weird, and I really could have, I wish it would have went in a different direction. But it's cool. You Got Red on You. Ha! So many paranormal films. I feel like Paranormal Activity set it off, and then The Conjuring, everybody just wants to make The Conjuring. This is a movie I probably normally wouldn't have been too excited about, but the trailer looked pretty cool. It looked creepy. And it's starring Florence Pugh, P-U-G-H. Pugh. I liked her a lot in the Paige movie, the WWE movie, where she played Paige. So I was excited for that because I really like her. Another movie I just fell off. I just found myself on my phone and hard to pay attention. I'm a terrible critic, aren't I? Stop trying to make The Conjuring. The Conjuring can't even do that. They made Conjuring 2, wasn't The Conjuring 1. If Conjuring can't make The Conjuring, then how do you think that you can make The Conjuring? Ah? I remember hearing good things about this. I wasn't sure about watching it, but as soon as I saw Richard Armitage's name in the credits, I had to see it. And I think he is awesome, and I love him, and I'll watch anything with him in it. So that was cool. I wanted to see it. And then you got the kid who played Bill in the It movies. And then they had Alicia Silverstone, but she didn't last that long. Spoiler. But I feel like I'm getting old now that I'm seeing Alicia Silverstone playing a mom. Richard Armitage, by the way, wasn't in it much. And then Elvis's granddaughter was the lead actress. Now, I used to be in love with her mother when I was in high school. And I think she's gorgeous, and there's something really likable about her. But man, I don't think the acting is there. I didn't think she was good in The Girlfriend Experiment. And I really feel like in this, she's just too over the top. And it's hard for me to invest in her. But I want to. I want to like her because she's got a likability. She's got a charm. Um, she's beautiful and she's got a, kind face. So I definitely want to be rooting for her. But I thought it was a cool horror movie. I like the settings when you're trapped in this house in the middle of this winter wilderness, and it kind of reminded me of Krampus, how basically the whole world is just gone except for this house. That's what it feels like. Like it's all in this. It was basically just all winter and snow and stuff, and then they're trapped there without anything, and it's cool. I don't know, man. Riley, whatever, Elvis's granddaughter. Um, I don't know what it is, but I want to like you, but I think you need to be a better actor. All right, The Lodge. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Starring Carmen Gojo. I just looked at her name a second ago. She's in a lot of stuff. She's a good actress. So this movie was cool, where it's like the kid gets bitten by the snake, and then this woman shows up and cures her, and then she finds out the kid will die unless she kills someone in 24 hours. So it's a cool concept. It was very slow because it's like just constantly her building to try to figure out how to kill someone, who to kill, and why to kill, and what to kill, and all that. She almost smothers a guy with a pillow, and then he died anyway. So she really screwed the pooch on that one. So it's like they made up for all this with a lot of hallucinations, I guess. Previous victims to the spirit were like haunting her and messing with her head. So that was weird. And then, but the movie's just her stalking people, trying to figure out who to kill. We made it! This is a movie I want to talk about. Mom and Dad. They have made another Nicolas Cage freakout movie. Now, they had to have made this on purpose because Nicolas Cage is known to be freaking out. So they made a movie where the story is him freaking out. Genius, right? Selma Blair and Nicolas Cage are parents of these two kids. The older daughter has a boyfriend they don't want her to see because he's older. The other kid's weird. He doesn't go to school. He runs around in pajamas and topless. I was confused about that, but he's a son. He's a kid. He's the kid they have. And basically this virus breaks out where it makes the parents want to kill their children. Yeah, something about it attacks the side that wants to protect the children, and they're basically saying it's probably like chemical warfare. Because it's killing off the future generation. Nicolas Cage acts crazier before he becomes infected than after. Like, he spends all these hours making a pool table, and his wife is like, why would you spend all that money in a pool table? And then he smashes up with a sledgehammer. What pissed me off is there's no ending. It's one of those movies that doesn't give you an ending. There's no resolution. There's nothing. It just cuts at a certain point. The movie's going on, and then it just stops. So that was disappointing. The ending sucked. Overall, is it a good movie? No. On Good Mythical Morning, I remember seeing it as one of the worst movies of the year. I thought it was pretty fun. It was a cool horror movie, but it's a Nicolas Cage freakout movie. You gotta love those, especially when it's obviously they made that on purpose. All right, check out Mom and Dad. It's weird. It's cool. It's weirder before it gets weird. What's next? It's got Steve from Stranger Things as a Uber driver / serial killer / wannabe influencer. So basically, he can't go viral no matter what he does. He's got friends going viral, so he drives for Spree, the Uber, basically Uber, and then he drives around and he films himself killing people on a live stream. Everybody just acts like, oh man, like your footage sucks, or it's like, oh, that's boring, or it's like, oh, what you're doing is evil. But nobody really acknowledges that he's a serial killer. It's weird. The big point of it is about like everybody wanting to be famous and everybody wanting to be heard. And it kind of hit close to home being a YouTuber who can't get a following. I'm not going to kill anybody, and I'm not going to drive for Uber. Don't worry. You definitely don't want me driving for Uber. I am excited because we're going to talk about the movie Ready or Not, which was the best movie I've watched so far. And I love Samara Weaving, Hugo Weaving's niece, and she's the lead. It reminds you of a Blumhouse film, but it's not a Blumhouse film, but it has that feel. And then you got a lot of actors in there. You got the dad from Revenge. I like him. And then Adam Brody was awesome in it. And then the chick one Winona Earp, she was really funny. I liked her in it. But so basically, Samara Weaving marries this rich guy, and they try to like make up with the family, and they basically say initiation into the family is you got to draw a card out of this box, and whatever game you get, we got to play the game, and then you're part of the family. So they said basically, she'll pull out any game, but if she pulls out hide and seek, they're gonna hunt her down and try to kill her. Some of the nonchalantness was cool. Is nonchalant, but is nonchalantness a word? I don't know. But it was kind of funny how they kind of treated it like, it was just business as usual at some points. I love her. She's great. She's done a lot of horror, and she's fantastic. And the ending was amazing. I love the ending. It was incredible. Just her performance at the end was so cool. Overall, this is the best one I've watched so far. Like, I don't know. I feel like all these Kevin Bacon horror movies are like the same. He's just a dad who something happens. I don't know. The kid who plays Bruce Wayne on Gotham plays an autistic son of Rhoda Mitchell and Kevin Bacon, who takes rocks back from the Grand Canyon, and then weird stuff starts to happen. He's getting possessed. No, he's not possessed, but stuff's happening to him, and then other stuff's happening. So to me, this was like a complete knockoff of Poltergeist. I like Kevin Bacon. You got you kind of got the Indian burial ground thing from like the Grand Canyon, which is similar to the graves and Poltergeist. And then the kid contacts the spirits and then starts acting wacky. He don't get sucked into a TV though, and then all the weird stuff starts happening, and they have to get a specialist to come and cleanse the house. And at one point, the parent has to hop in a portal to save the kid. All that stuff happened in the Poltergeist and the Darkness. Is it like, what is it with the Hispanic or the Spanish or you always got to have some Spanish speaking guru to show up and save the day. I feel like you always have that. Oh, I don't know how to stop these ghosts. Oh, well, that lady, she speaks Spanish. I don't know where she's from, but her granddaughter will translate and she'll get rid of the ghost for you. That was the ending. I didn't spoil it because I didn't tell you anything else. I just said they get a Spanish-speaking woman to fight ghosts. That's all I said. Don't be coming to me at spoilers. My brother claims if you tell him anything about a movie or a show, any little detail, it's a spoiler, and you ruined it for him. Happy Halloween. All right, we did it. We made it through the first week. So what did we learn today? We started off with some heaven versus hell stuff, to a forgettable movie about a body cam, to a ritual, Malevolent. Nicolas Cage freaks out. Always a good thing. Steve from Stranger Things, killing people. Samara Weaving's awesome. And The Darkness, just watch it because Kevin Bacon's in it. And what other reason do you need? But that was this week. That was the first week of Blunt Bob's 4 weeks of horror. I'm sorry.